So wait and welcome to a video on the Pluperfect tense in Latin, which comes up in stage 16 of the Cambridge Latin course. First result on Google search, actually there's some results on boring grammar stuff, but the first interesting result that came up was this one, which is a game called Destiny 2 has a gun called the Pluperfect. If you notice up here, it's called the builds the past. Well, that might be relevant when we look at the next slide. So if we're thinking about definitions here, tense is when a verb happens, present tense is something happening now, imperfect tense is something that was not completed in the past, perfect tense in the past was completed. The pluperfect tense, as you'd expect, for something that literally means plus or more perfect, is something that's completed further in the past, i.e., I had walked the shops when I saw they were out of everything. You had danced in the rain. Sarah had looked for a girlfriend. Why had you thought this? You can sort of think of this as a timeline. So the present's happening now, the imperfect something that wasn't completed in the past, perfect something completed in the past, pluperfect further in the past, and theoretically the future, although it doesn't come up for a little while yet. This isn't quite true because these two are actually a bit more intertwined than you might think. I was walking down the shops when the bus hit me. Hit is perfect tense and imperfect tense was walking, but they're kind of happening at the same time. But it's one way to think about it. If we're looking at it in Latin, the first thing we need to do is remember the present tense of the verb sum. Sum is I am, es, you are, est, he is, etc. The imperfect tense of this, eram, is I was, therefore, eras, you were, erat, he was. Well, why do we need this? Well, if we're looking at the pluperfect tense in Latin, we take this eram, eras, erat business, and we stick it on the end of the perfect stem. So instead of having labora we have labora weram, which means I had worked. Instead of labora wisti, we have labora whereas. Yes, some of these do get a bit tricky to pronounce, etc. But wait! Eram by itself is I was, but eram on the end of the perfect stem is I had something. Latin, why do you do this to me? Well, English is weird too. If we think about the word had, I had a unicorn. Isn't it nice and sparkly? I had killed the unicorn before I burnt its body. No longer so sparkly. So this word had is being used the first time over here to distinguish ownership, and then later on to distinguish tense. Isn't English weird? So if we're thinking about them sentences, you might want to pause here for a second to try and work these out for yourselves. 3, 2, 1. The master had hit his slaves. The stupid boys had not found much money. The soldiers were happy because they had killed the horned horses. Notice we've got errant coming up twice in two different sentences. Hope that helps. Thank you very much.